things like that of that nature are gonna get you in the worst situation than you're already in.
Sometimes you gotta take the back seat, bro.
Yeah,
Just be like, all right,
you know,
I'm stepping away from the limelight. He's 76 years old.
yeah, but they also, you were saying there's other high end members within WWE that are also being looked at, and there also have been talks of maybe one potential WWE worker employee being the quote unquote fall guy and taking a lot of the brunt of this blame. So that's why I said it'll be interesting to see how the next couple of days proceed, and see what goes on with that situation. But, I just want to say, again, power, money, fame it's not power. Don't confuse it with it. And boundaries are boundaries.
Yep.
So, you got to know a person's boundary. And I just don't understand it, Al. I don't get whatever happened to the game, right? Whatever happened to the enjoying the machismo feeling you get from courting a young lady and saying all the right things to get you to where you need to be, and for her to feel genuinely attracted to you like you're attracted to her. What happened to those days? Now people think that it should just be, I'm so-and-so, you need to like me.
Well, I think you get to a certain point, and I've never had $1 million, let alone multi-$100 million, billion dollars, So I don't know the arrogance that comes with that when, no one's told you no for the longest time.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of just bowed at you because they know you can change their life. So I think there comes a certain point in the person's time when they're at that stature. Like, that's why I see some of these guys that are humble and that are, the same person they were long before they got money, and they're the same person after they got money, because to be able to be humble and down to earth after having all these people just tell you how great you are, it's got to be a tough thing to do. But like you said, it hasn't stopped Mr. McMahon from living. He's making appearances at SmackDown. He made an appearance at a UFC event, this last recent UFC fight. He was there with Triple H, his daughter, a couple of execs, and just having a good old time. You mentioned earlier that there's other employees that are also in hot water for the same thing. This Wall Street Journal story that I was reading. I forget the executive's name, but it's one of the CFO type guys.
It's the same guy we're talking about. I just
laying with the same woman, man, had the same issue, and it's like, dude, y'all just sharing people now. Like, it's so wild, bro.
They're passing things around, and now they're going to pass the buck on to him, you know, and pay him a hefty settlement to just kind of go off into the woods.
It's like, hey, man, you're going to have to take this. And I don't think anything legal is coming out of it. I don't think it's like a legal deal. I just think it's a more of like a lawsuit thing now. And
yeah, me too. It's a shame though, especially when you get to a certain level of success and you have so much money to where lawsuits just are another day in the park for you, where, like you said, you're at UFC events and you're spending high-end dollar to be in the front row or wherever you're sitting, club seats, whatever the case may be. And you have these looming pending charges, and you're just living life like nothing.
I'll never tell a person how they should spend their money. Like, if you got money, spend it how you spend it. If you work hard for your money, you spend your money how you spend it. I just think what $12 million can do, and that's a lot of freaking money, man. Yeah. That's a lot of money to pay out to tell people, shh. You know what I mean? And it makes you think, like, what else have you paid for in terms of keeping quiet?
Yeah.
What other things have been done? And I'm sure this is probably just the tip of the iceberg. When these things happen like this, there's always just this flood of more allegations or flood of more things that come out about the person. And the next thing you know, they're just completely, completely freaking change your view on how you think that person.
Yeah, and I challenge some of these guys, again, situations, we're not in the situations that happen to cause any of these lawsuits that are coming up on any of these people with money or whatever the case may be. But, and I understand sometimes, you see one thing one way and the other person sees it another way, and it's just a misunderstanding or whatever the case may be. But I challenge some of these guys. If you're out there settling lawsuits for something like this, well, why don't you turn around and, besides that settlement, donate some money to a charity of somebody who's been affected of something just like this, to show, I may have made a mistake, or I might have did something that came off in the wrong way, and I want to show that I'm not that kind of guy. I'm going to donate to this charity because I think this is something important, and that people need to know that this is not who I am.
Yeah, put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, exactly.
Show
Right?
that you're sorry.
Anybody could play some hush money, as they say, to make it go away. Well, put your money where your mouth is, and put some money to a charity and show that you're really not this person.
Well, how do rich, wealthy folks speak? They speak in terms of dollars, right? Yeah. So you want us to believe that you're really sorry, and that I'm sure you're sorry you got caught.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're sorry this information came out. But if you want to let us know that you really are, put your money where your mouth is, and go out there and make a difference with something that you can do, make a wrong a right. But until then, that's when, man, I look at it in a whole different light. Like you said, Mr. MchMahon used to be a legend. He was a legend of the wrestling world. He made the WWE a multi-billion-dollar industry. To think of it what it was when I was a kid, going to the events, to now, it's a full-on production.
Yeah,
it's wild, man.
Entertainment.
Yeah, it's truly world wrestling entertainment, and you can't think of the squared circle without thinking of the WWE/WWF. So very unfortunate, man. But you make your bed, you lay in it, and there's consequences to everyone's actions, man. And
there is.
You got to live by it, and you got to live with the consequences. So, hey, it is what it is, as the kids say.